speaking of food, I guess we're gonna go over to me for curveball of the week, and I really did not have one. I was so proud of myself. I was taking notes during the games. I was writing stuff down, and then it's like, oh, that's right. I have curveball of the week. So, you know, food, food is a good topic of discussion on here. So we're gonna go with most. I don't think we've done this one yet, but most overrated breakfast food, and this can be anything.
Oh, most overrated breakfast food.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Now I know you're a big peanut butter toast and fruit guy, and you like your hard boiled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what is your usual go to breakfast? What do you get? What gets you going in the morning?
Oh, Dylan, it's damn near the same breakfast 7 days out of the week. Um, are you ready for this thing right here?
Yeah, fire away.
We got two pieces of whole grain toast. What brand of bread do I get? Whatever's on sale, because the price of bread is just ridiculous these days. So, like I said, whatever's on sale, whatever the cheapest whole grain is, either Brownberry or Pepperidge Farm, and then a little peanut butter on top of that,
Crunchy or soft?
soft.
Okay.
Yeah, creamy peanut butter for sure. Creamy peanut butter, and then a banana, and then I like my two hard boiled eggs, and then
What's their names?
no names, no names, two hard boiled eggs, some sort of berry, either a strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, blueberry. There's some sort of berry in there. Just kind of a nice sweet way to start the day with that. And then also I have a handful of almonds, my blue diamond almonds in the morning. And then another thing I've recently gotten into, because since I've been working out more consistently and actually walking a mile on the treadmill after my workouts and just walking a lot at work, I need to eat more. I get a Quaker brand chocolate rice cake and put peanut butter on top of that.
Okay. My dad's a big rice cake guy.
Yep,
He puts Greek yogurt over the top of his.
and then also sometimes a little honey on top of the
Ooh.
peanut butter too. And then so that's on the main plate, and then also even before I even have my breakfast, while I'm making it, a glass of orange juice, simply calcium plus vitamin D, and then a glass of Fairlife chocolate milk.
Okay.
So
All right.
if anyone is wondering at home, that is Grant's normal breakfast on a daily basis.
All righty. Well, so after hearing that, now what's your most overrated breakfast food?
Overrated breakfast food. I hope my sister Miranda doesn't hear this, because she's going to be upset. But just I feel like this breakfast is so bland, even when you try to add something to it. I'm gonna go oatmeal.
Okay.
It just
All right. Well,
seems a little pasty, and even if you try to add like some peanut butter or some granola over the top, um, it's still kind of pasty and bland. There's not much taste to it. Um, and it takes way it takes way too longer to make than what it actually should for how good it tastes. So just the time and the energy and the effort going into it, and just the lack of taste on there, I'm gonna go oatmeal.
okay. All right. Well, I like my oatmeal. They say that is the best thing to eat to start the day. That gives you the most energy. When I do have lately, I haven't had a lot of time to make, or well, I shouldn't say time. I just haven't gotten out of bed
I was gonna say, yeah, you just haven't woken up in time.
to make it. But that was my breakfast for a while. I've done the protein shakes with the chocolate with some PB2 and almond milk and ice. That was always I like that. Um, but yeah, the oatmeal for a while. That with strawberries and blueberries, and sometimes you just put a little bit of honey over it too. I enjoyed that. And then now I've been doing lately. It's been coffee and smarter greens, which is just like the powdered. powdered greens
Mm-hmm.
that like you just put in and you just froth it and drink it. And that's where you get your your vegetables and fruits for the day. Um, but and it's actually not terrible. It doesn't taste bad. Uh, I actually enjoy that even when I do get out of bed early enough to make my oatmeal. But
Kind of
most
like Jason Kelsey's his vegetable drink he has every day.
yep, it's the same thing, but it's just
Different
not
brand.
as not as expensive as athletic greens we're talking about here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And well, and he doesn't have to pay for it anyways because it's a sponsor for the New Heights podcast.
And,
So if Athletic Greens hears this
and
and wants to advertise with us, please reach out, let us know.
and also just the fact that Travis Jason Kelsey's a NFL player.
Well, I identify as an NFL player. I think you can do that now,
And
right?
I identify as a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. See, we just got to find our own truths. It doesn't matter what the actual truth is, as
As
long as it's
as
our
long as
truth.
it's our truth. All right,
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yep. I think that's how that works. I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? We'll roll with it. But
I don't.
back to overrated breakfast food for
I'm not.
me.
I'm not hip with the times. I don't know.
Yeah. And for me, the most overrated breakfast food is cereal. Just I'm just
That's
not a fan. I just doesn't do anything for me.
well,
You
and
know, if I'm having a breakfast because I've just had jobs where I've had to wake up early in the morning for most of my life where I haven't really been able to like my adult life when I was going to school and everything, yeah, I was able to eat breakfast. But like once I started entering into the adult world, like I had jobs where I had to be to work at 5 a.m. So like there wasn't, it was either sleep or eat. So I just would never really get a lot for breakfast food. And if I was eating breakfast, it was a big deal where I was getting pancakes, French toast, waffles, eggs, oatmeal now. Um, So, and cereal for whatever reason, it just never did anything for me.
it's funny you mentioned that because you eat a bowl of cereal is kind of like I'll compare it when you go to like Panda Express or Lian Chin. It's okay and it fills you up at the time, but a half hour later you're hungry again.
Well, and that's the other thing too is it never really filled me up.
Never fills you up. Yeah, you can never just have just a bowl of cereal. You always got to have something else on there too.
Yep,
Whether it's maybe a bagel on the side or an English muffin, maybe some toast. But just if you wake up and just have a bowl of cereal by 9 o'clock, your stomach's going to be churning, and you're going to be saying this was a huge mistake.
correct. So that's all we got. You got anything else?
Just an exciting. Well, you know what I should have said is the most overrated um, breakfast, just to spite Ethan because he's not here and he's getting a puppy tonight. Is I should have said French toast. Just 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 out of the pure spite for Mr. Price there, who if he probably had French toast for the rest of his life for every single meal, he would die a happy man.
I think I would too. I like French toast. Granted, I like most things, so
That's fair.
you know,
And
but
don't get me wrong, I like a lot of food too, Dylan. We've talked a lot of food tonight, but my problem is I'm just so goddamn lazy. I don't want to put the time and energy into making a meal. So then I'm just like, I'll just go with something quick and simple that I know every day.
yep. Well, I made walleye tonight.
Uh,
I
there we go.
found a recipe on TikTok, and it was oven baked. So what I did was is thawed the walleye out. And I still have like 2 or 3 more bags left. I need to eat that before that gets freezer burned. And I put it in a baking sheet, sprayed it. I poured lemon juice on it, and then I seasoned it with Jack Stack barbecue from Kansas City
Oh, there we go.
with the everything seasoning, which is like my favorite seasoning. I've used it with everything. I've put it on steak lately. Oh,
Hence,
best steak I've had in a while.
hence the name, everything.
Yep. And that salt and pepper, and you use bacon up as a binder,
Oh, there you go.
and incredible flavor. And then you use butter to as like your to cook it with, and then you just baste it. It's so good.
Doesn't sound half bad.
It's tender. It's incredible. The only issue is I don't have a gas stove where so and I use a cast iron with it, so it kind of gets a little bit kind of scratches my oven,
Mm.
which is kind of annoying, but it's worth it. And but back to that, and then I put some breadcrumbs. I had some like salmon seasoning my mom got me a while back,
Hmm.
and then with some uh, this like garlic lovers seasoning, and I kind of just mixed it up, and then I poured the breadcrumbs over the top, and then I put butter, like I thinly sliced butter on top of it, and then I baked it in the oven for like 45 minutes, and it I probably could have gotten away with it being like closer to 37, 35 to 37 minutes, but I went 45 because that's kind of what I found, and I said I'll go with it. But
Well,
it was
fish only needs to be cooked to an internal temperature of 145.
yeah. Well, and I think it was 45 minutes, and it was good. It was nice and flaky. Um, I probably coated it with too much of the breadcrumbs,
Okay.
but because it was and judging by it, it was probably a little more crunchier than it should have been. But it was really good. The butter and all the flavor that came with it, it was pretty good. And I
Well,
got some leftovers for it, so
good deal.
yeah. So that's all we got for this week, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out on all of our social media platforms. Go give us a follow, a like, share, tell your friends, and follow us on YouTube. We'll be posting the segments of the show on Friday. And thank you for listening. Thank you guys again for listening. That's all we got, and we'll talk to you next week.